Boeing asks, is it grace that handles the shift? It is grace that handles everything. 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 There is nothing which isn't grace. Jerry asks, I understand what you're saying when you say you are awareness, consciousness, but how are we love? Yeah. It's funny because in the beginning when I got into this subject, when they said you are love, I knew exactly what they meant. But when they said consciousness or awareness, I call it the big consciousness. I had no idea what they meant. But it's interesting that sometimes people have the opposite way. As soon as consciousness said, people know exactly what's meant. And then when love said, they're like, you what, love? Yeah. So for me, originally how it formed was I associated love with coming from the heart area, and it to the feeling of I am, when I am was spoken of, like I am, and it's this sense of always being you, and that I am has always been here, when everything else has changed and come and gone. So I associated it in the heart area as I am. And as soon as teachers said I am or love, I knew what they were speaking about. And they used to say, put your attention in the I am and love. And I would move my personal awareness into the I am in the heart. And then what happened spontaneously when I was in Bali was my consciousness and my sense of I am expanded into everything. That sounds really crazy. But the I am sort of expanded from my heart and went into everything, even though it was kind of still in my heart, just like consciousness is kind of still looking through the eyes. It also was equally simultaneously in everything. And if you go into deep meditation and don't think about it, it's just everywhere and everything. But it's also like if I were to say love, I would point here. Ramana Maharshi used to say it was the I am originates in the heart. He would actually say the left or right side of the heart. He was talking about the physical heart, whereas I mean the heart chakra. But because of my dyslexia, I can never get that right. So I'm not even going to go to exactly what Ramana says because I can only tell left and right by that. Isn't that, it's just the most magic of dyslexia is I cannot learn left or right. It's crazy. You know how like everyone else, I get the sense everyone just knows their left side from their right side. And I can't. I can only do it by L. That's, I got taught. Lisa, left. That makes an L. Obviously it doesn't make an L to you, but it does to me. I can't tell it. It's just, the dyslexic mind is so beautiful. Like it's kind of like always forgetting everything. Like it's always losing all its ideas and like, in a way, having to learn afresh. Like there's something really spontaneous about and childlike about dyslexia. Like it's definitely part of the word and memory isn't working in the same way. But it leaves, it's not, I don't see it as a disability. It leads to an openness, like in a different way. Yeah, anyway, so the heart chakra here, he means here. I'm not sure what side the heart is on or where it is. And he says the left or the right side of the heart, meaning here, middle of the chest. Everyone's going to be like, no, Lisa, you didn't mean there. He actually meant your ear hole. That's what he meant by the left or the right side of the heart. It was like the ear hole. The I am comes from the ear holes. Why not? Yeah. So yeah, sorry Jeremy, I got a bit crazy with that answer. So that's what love is. The I am. Find the I am. Find the I am. I am. Not I am something. The I am that's been here always. The existence. The sense of being alive. It's like the most intimate sense of being you. Elizabeth asks, is laying in bed all day a form of surrender? Can I just wait for the source to move me to do something purposeful? Hey Elizabeth, I think I would need to ask more questions of you in order to answer that, because if the laying in bed is because of depression or sadness or something, or contains depression or sadness or darkness, then we're not talking about the same thing. But what can happen sometimes is when you have the awakening, there can be years, months, days of, just basking in it. Eckhart Tolle sat in the park for years, and for me here as well, I spent many years just sitting quietly. I think, yeah. And Ramana Maharshi spent years and years just sitting in meditation after the awakening. So that can appear. So it's dissecting your experience. Like, is your experience coming from depression, exhaustion? Because then it's something on the human level that you can work with a therapist, with a energy worker, with body worker, all different types of workers. And then that's a different thing. That's not the same as non-duality. There's something else going on in the character which needs to, in the timeline, that needs to be worked on. Shinri asks, hello Lisa, did this realization end psychological suffering such as anxiety, future worries, etc.? For me personally, I feel like when that shift happened energetically, the character became more ghost-like. But the imprint of the character is still here. So when I say ghost-like, it's like, so if worry or anxiety or anger or frustration appears, it's very non-dense. I don't know how you say that, like not dense. It's flimsy. It's very see-through. So it comes and goes quite quickly, and it doesn't tend to get stuck on, like there's not like big storylines that get stuck on things. But I certainly get all emotions. Yeah. The only emotion I think that I don't get, which I've said before, is hate. I don't know if that is an emotion. That's most probably not an emotion. It's most probably a story. I can get anger, but I don't get hatred for people. But I don't know. You tend to say something about your experience and then it changes. So know that I express this, but I'm also open to being wrong.